Maintaining regulatory compliance accountability can be really challenging when you're dealing with your most mission critical Microsoft SQL Server database environments. But with IDERA SQL Compliance Manager, we make it so simple to configure the auditing and tracking of what's going on around these sensitive databases. With Compliance Manager 5.9, we have added some new features and benefits. Right off the bat, one of the new features is the performance improvements. We've actually improved how it works with the data flow process to make sure that with high numbers of events, we're able to process those events very quickly and easily. Some additional benefits I'm going to show you here today. For one thing, we have separated or provided granularity around the separation of audit settings at the instance level to the database level. So now you can set your auditing uniquely at the instance level through the properties like this, and define the auditing at the instance level, but set it granularly also on the database, where the changes to the audit settings at the instance level do not propagate down to the actual database level. So let's look at that. If I set the settings here, and as you can see, the settings are for logins, logouts, failed logins, security changes, admin activities, and database definition language type activities as well. This is purely for the instance level, whereas if I go down here to a database level, I can go in and make a change to a setting here, and as you can see, the different options that are available here on the database level would include database level activity like security changes, admin activity, DML, data modifications, DDL structural changes, and select operations. So making a change here, like disabling this DML setting, will prompt you to deselect it at the database level only, or at the database level and privileged users auditing settings as well. And by doing that, you're making this change to only the database level audit settings. That is one of the new features of SQL Compliance Manager 5.9. Another improvement in this release would be under the alerting. So if we go to the alert rules, I will open up one of my existing alert rules in this case, but you could create a new one if you wanted. These alert rules can be defined so that you're able to notify you or your team around any of these different sensitive or suspicious or malicious activities, so that you're notified of the activity, or you can send SNMP traps to other third-party systems, or even write it to the application event log to be scraped up to other perhaps SIM solutions, for example. Now, as you can see, a wizard is available for configuring the alert rule, and I'm just going to walk through the wizard. This is all the same from previous versions. What I want to focus on today is what is available in the SQL Compliance Manager 5.9 release. And we're going to move over here to this next tab here, and that is the alert rule time frame. You can set up your rules to run all the time if you want, or now the unique setting is that you can configure it for certain times of the day and certain days of the week. So if you know that you should not be having, for example, any type of structural changes happening between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. and you want to be able to alert around that, you can set that alert rule and then define that with this particular setting. Moving right along, the next alert rule option would be to send an email notification summary. This is something that was requested by some of our customers, where previously, if there are repetitive events happening, you would get individual emails for each event, which obviously that could be a little bit busy in your email box. But now instead you can have an email summary notification sent instead based on minutes or hours. So you would get one email with a summary of the events over a period of time instead of each individual event that takes place. And those are the new features of the SQL Compliance Manager 5.9 release. For anyone who is new to SQL Compliance Manager and would like to download it, you can go out here to www.idera.com/products/SQL-compliance-manager. You can also go to the product drop down and just click on the SQL Compliance Manager link. Click the start for free, and you will enter some basic information about your name, company, your phone number, just some basic information, and then you're immediately able to download the product. And it comes with a 14-day trial evaluation license key, so you don't have to wait for us to email you anything. You can basically install the product and hit the ground running. But this video shows you the new features of the SQL Compliance Manager 5.9 release. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to your IDERA account manager to schedule a follow-up call. Thank you.